welcome to our YouTube channel, YesToday5. Today we're actually going to be promoting Francis's channel. Hi, Francis.
Hello.
Where she has a YouTube series on Bronx quarantine and food you can make while you're on quarantine. And what do you want to talk more about that, Francis?
Sure. My sister and I, we got a little bored, as everyone did, during the 5 months of quarantine. So we started like a little YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We did a couple of recipes that were easy to make or things around the house. If not, like it was like things that you could miss. So you wanted to make it at home, and it was like simple recipes.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I traveled to California last month, and we did like a little vlog on that, so that was really fun.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
I don't know what we'll do, but
well, I hope you come up with more recipes that everyone can see throughout this quarantine that we have now. We're not really on quarantine, but still it's important to keep safe, wear a mask at all times. I'm home, so I'm good. So we're here. We're about to make some Cheddar Bay Biscuits. My husband works at Red Lobster, so I know that my Cheddar Bay Biscuits are going to be even better. So we're going to hope that, I know a lot of people out there are going to say, I don't know about that, but trust me, it's going to come out great. The reason we're doing the Cheddar Bay Biscuit, we're actually part of the Yelp Elite. Yelp Elite had an event where they had making Cheddar Bay Biscuits, and obviously Francis couldn't make it, so we're gonna do it together, and then have a great time doing it at the same time. Okay, ready?
okay.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start beginning with the main dry ingredients. So we have 2 cups of flour,
Got it.
which I'm gonna mix into the bowl, and then I already prepare these mixes, which is salt, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, garlic powder, and we had Old Bay seasoning and cayenne pepper. All of the ingredients will be listed in the description, so don't fret if this is going too fast for you. And then we're gonna mix the dry ingredients together.
I was asking because cayenne is based on how spicy you want it, or you said it had too much spice.
Yeah, so when I did it the first time I did it, I thought it was a little bit too spicy when I put it in. For me, I think a little bit less would be best, so maybe a pinch of cayenne pepper. But if you enjoy a little bit of that tangy, you can just add a quarter teaspoon.
I kind of want to do like an 1/8 teaspoon of it, and then put a little bit of paprika.
But do it and see. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't come out too spicy. I know mine came out spicy the first time I did it.
Too much spice. I do want, some.
All right, so now what we're gonna do, now that we have our dry ingredients mixed together, what we're gonna do with our milk, and I just melted some butter, which is a 1/2 cup of butter, and then we're gonna stir this inside milk. I'm just gonna stir that a little bit. Right? Nice and milky. Right? So we're also gonna, so we're gonna add, I actually thought that it would be better to add the cheese once the mixture was put together.
Oh, okay. So now you're adding the butter.
Because instead of adding it just with the flour, I would add it, mixed together instead. With the ingredient, when we did the Yelp Elite event, we did add it with the flour first and then the butter. I felt like you can get more of the taste of the cheddar actual cheese if you add it afterwards.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So this is where I'm gonna add the mixture, but we're gonna add it very slowly, so a little bit at a time. We're not gonna just pour the whole thing in, Francis. Okay?
You cannot tell me that.
You should have waited. Okay? So a little bit at a time. We're gonna add the mixture, a little bit at a time.
I'm trying to smell it already.
Again, your mixture should not be watery. We're making biscuits, okay? It should have like a nice thick consistency, but not too much. Maybe like what you would see in chocolate chip cookies. I'm just adding that in. And again, just a little bit at a time, we're gonna add the milk and the butter. Still gonna keep going. That's what the recipe said for us to do.
How soft should it be? Look at.
That looks good. Well, since you're advanced and I am, you can add your cheddar cheese.
Oh, now? You sure?
Yeah, you would add your cheddar cheese once you finish putting in all the mixture of your butter and milk.
Like so much tougher now. All right, let me try. Oh, I didn't. How much cheese? 1 cup. I was like, I want all the cheese, the whole bag of cheese.
I actually added one little bit more than half a cup as well, just to get that cheesy biscuit. Right, getting all that in there.
Delicious.
For the rest of the time, I'm gonna use a spatula spoon to mix the rest of my dough.
All right.
And then I'm gonna keep adding the milk and butter to my mixture. And then this is basically what you're seeing. Yeah, I added too much cayenne to mine. Add my cheddar cheese. And I'm gonna mix that right into the dough.
I forgot to preheat my oven. It's at 450.
Yes, you can preheat your oven at 450. Good job, Francis.
Yeah. Oh, this is smelling good now. If only I had some lobster. Gotta go to Atlanta.
Okay, so our ovens are preheated to 450. We're still mixing our stuff. Are you mixing as well, Francis?
Yeah, I think I'm adding a lot of cheese.
You're gonna add more cheese?
I have an addiction.
I can see that.
I could get it. Is that what?
Crazy lady.
A little more ain't gonna hurt nobody.
We'll see how yours came out. I'm gonna stick to the recipe with this one.
I also added a little paprika.
So basically, this is what I have. My batter.
Okay, nice. I put the cheese in it.
All right, so I'm gonna put this to the side a little bit, and then I have my pan here, and I'm gonna spray my pan.
Give me a
There's a little bit of pan. So when you're measuring out your biscuit to put on the pan, I think the best way of doing it is using like one of those ice cream scoopers and just measure them that way. That way that it comes out the same size every single time. If you're using a little like ice cream scooper and then putting it on the pan. But since I don't have an ice cream scooper, I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of this, my 1/4 cup spoon, and just start digging away.
Got it.
And then we're gonna put each one on the pan.
Wait,
I understand that everyone has an ice cream scooper, so
how many
do it this way.
is this supposed to make? This looks kind of big.
No, it's good.
Good.
Remember, it's gonna rise a little bit as well.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Wait, I wanna. Especially with parchment paper. I don't know what else is good.
It looks like I'm gonna be able to fit 6 on this pan. Yeah, for me, I'm able to put this on mine.
How many does the recipe make?
Well, it usually makes about when he did it, when the actual chef did it, he made about 8.
8? Oh.
Yeah. So this is about the same amount. I'm making 6 now, and I have enough batter to make another amount.
Oh, okay. I'll make 12.
He had a bigger pan than I did, so. Remember, it might look a little big on the pan, but it's gonna the bread is gonna rise and float, just like a regular Cheddar Bay biscuit. Sorry, Cheddar Bay Cheddar Bay biscuit, but it has butter in it, so I think it's like butter, cheddar, cheddar butter, butter cheddar. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. I really want some seafood.
Okay, so this is what we have right now.
Hold on. I just gotta bring them.
Mine? Oh, mine spelled. Gonna separate that back. Oh, yours look great. Look at that, using that parchment paper. Okay, see? All done. And we're gonna leave our biscuits in the oven for how many minutes, Francis?
12 to 15. Check it at 10.
All right.
So your oven, you know.
So we're gonna put our biscuits in the oven.
So I can't wait for 15 minutes from now.
And I set my timer on my oven for 15 minutes.
Oh, when yours goes off, I'll check mine.
So you're gonna use my timer for all this?
Mm-hmm.
While the biscuits are in the oven, we're gonna make the dressing that goes on top of the biscuits while it's warm, okay? We're gonna melt a half a cup of butter.
My thing is still preheating.
Cup of butter. Melt it. I put it in for about 30 seconds so it's fully melted. And then we're gonna chop up some parsley, which I, in advance, started chopping up myself. I'm using fresh parsley.
I know that's what you should use, but I went to ShopRite, pick this up.
So I'm being a little bit too fancy, right, Francis?
Yes, you are.
Right?
Bougie, maybe, you know, whatever word.
You got a butter?
Yeah, I have I did tablespoons of butter.
And we're gonna add some of that parsley into the butter.
What is it? A teaspoon of parsley?
Yeah, a teaspoon of parsley, but I'm putting a little bit more than a teaspoon, honestly.
Oh, okay.
And then we're gonna mix that. Ooh. Is there anything else missing from the recipe, Francis, other than butter and parsley?
Old Bay and half a teaspoon of garlic powder.
Okay, so we have our half a teaspoon here of garlic powder. Yeah. Old Bay.
Yeah, it's Old Bay to taste.
I have a lot left over, so I end up using up, saving the rest of my Old Bay in another container.
Oh man.
Right? We're gonna take that. We're gonna whisk that.
Hold on.
Together. It'll be nice and good when the biscuits are done. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Are you gonna put anything with your biscuit? You're just gonna eat them plain?
Or cheese. I'm gonna cut it in half and put some butter and cheese.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey, you tasted Red Lobster Bay Biscuits before, haven't you?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Would you give us a comparison of what you tasted before?
Yes. I know these will be better.
Yeah.
Homemade is always better.
Homemade is always better.
I'll just make it my ginger beer.
All right. So what's the next route for your video? What are you thinking of doing now next?
We were thinking about like making like comedy shows. So I keep saying that I'm super funny. So my sister and everybody's just like, prove it. So I was just like, let me write a little bit of material. And my sister actually came up with an idea, but it's like not a comedy. It's like real life, but it's just like, oh, like a novela, like a mini novela series. But we're gonna need some like actors or whatever. So we're trying to see how it's gonna work. Cause you know it's COVID time, so it's like you gotta be a really close friend who don't have a mask or
Do have a mask?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I just remind the viewers about our relationship. We've known each other for a long time, but right now Francis is in Bronx, New York, and I am in Atlanta, Georgia. So we found a way to still stay connected even through the distance. And I want to let all viewers know that there's always a way to connect, whether it be here, through Zoom, through just a simple phone call or email, you can still connect. And just don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, let us comment on this video, let us know what we could have done better or where we're doing great. And if you have recipes or if you wanted to cook something at home and you don't have anybody to cook with, just, you know, we're here. We'll help you out. We'll do it with you. So please don't think that you're alone, okay? We're all in this together. I was able to make 10 biscuits with mine. How many biscuits were you able to make, Francis?
11.
11? Okay.
What kind of big?
So this recipe would actually make about 10 or 11.
Okay. I'm using a teaspoon to scoop out all the goodness onto it. Can you see my thing?
Okay, so I have my biscuits here as well. They're looking really good. And I'm gonna take my butter.
Should I use a brush first?
I actually have my brush.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I have a brush. And I'm gonna brush each biscuit down.
I really want to burn myself and eat one.
Don't burn yourself then.
So how long do you usually wait till you eat? You have a baked it. Actually, you have a cheesecake there. You haven't touched it. So. Well, I know it's supposed to be chilled, so I was just like.
Did you open yours up to see how it looks inside?
Not yet.
Right. So far this is mine.
Ooh, yum.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
I think our Cheddar Bay Biscuits came out amazing. I'm very proud of ourselves.
They smell so good.
I think we should give a nice clap to our back.
I'm going to
nice back. Very nice one. All right. So, and Francis, you have any questions, concerns, comments about what we did today with the Cheddar Bay Biscuits?
Me? No, I want to eat it.
You want to eat it? So I'm gonna grab one. I know it's a little bit hot.
It is
hot. And I'm gonna show you what it looks inside. Can you see it?
Luckily, I don't have it right here. Okay.
Look at the smokiness.
I'll do that. Which way I'm doing this? See, I'm looking for myself. I'll do it in front of the camera. This way?
It's for the viewers, Francis, not for you. And it came out pretty good. I think it tastes good.
My mouth is drooling because I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. Again, with this recipe, please be aware of how much cayenne pepper you put in it. Again, it's up to your preference how much. a quarter teaspoon is about the max I feel to put in these biscuits because you really taste the cayenne pepper in these biscuits, okay? So a quarter is a max. If you really can't stand pepper into your biscuits, I would like either cut the cayenne pepper out of the recipe altogether or just put at least a pinch of cayenne pepper inside of it just to get that tip of heat in your biscuits.
I think I put just enough. It's good.
You think you put enough?
Yeah.
I put a quarter teaspoon. I like a quarter teaspoon of mine, so I know that I can taste it.
I'll put 1/8 and I put a little bit of paprika. It's bomb.
And
I put more cheese though.
More cheese?
A little cheese.
Yeah, I see the cheese in yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of definitely have more. That'll be like a cheese bread. That's Little Caesar. That'll be another day.
Okay, everyone. So look out for the video, the quarantine series video on YouTube. Okay, and please don't forget to subscribe to her channel and mine at YesToday5. Thanks for joining us. Bye.